So we're here tonight with Elia Carranza. He's also known as SoulSnatcher.
There it is.
I've actually had the opportunity to see her in a few of her fights. Beast mode.
And I'm looking forward to seeing that as well.
Beast
Yeah,
mode.
for sure.
We're here in hot and steamy level up.
They just finished working out, so
Yeah.
we feel like we got the residual benefit of that. Now we burning some calories on our own. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's setting the tone. It's setting the tone. It's setting the tone.
The light facing down right now.
I think it's the light though.
So,
Back the light up.
So tell us a bit more, like for the public, who is Elia? Who is Elia Carranza? Where does she come from?
Give me your pitch.
Yeah,
Sell it.
Sell it to me.
Oh god, just break that up into questions, please. And 5 hours later, we're still talking.
That's it.
No, right? Like if I have like a minute to talk about me, who I am. I mean, I'm Puerto Rican, so but I was. Always I'm this everywhere I go.
That's
around
right.
Puerto Rico. But I am from down here, so I'm Miami area, Broward. Moved around a little bit, but ended up coming back home. So I'm excited. Recently, I moved back to Miami, which again is where I come from. So I'm glad to be back home over there.
Nice.
The gym you guys are inside is my baby. Level Up Boxing and Fitness over here in Fort Lauderdale. 5 years, man. 5 years. We actually make this September, so it's pretty exciting.
Nice. Blessings.
So, what is it for you with boxing? What is the how did it start for you?
How did it start? It started for fitness. I always wanted to try boxing. I think that's something that a lot of people just want to try. It's something that looks like, I might have fun dying and doing that. So I always wanted to try it, but I gotten pretty overweight, just worried about business and kind of making money at a young age, kind of let go of myself. So when I decided to really focus on me, I said, you know what, I'm gonna go do boxing, and I did. I walked into a boxing gym, and that was a wrap, man. I started doing boxing, and I just never looked back after.
Love at first sight.
Yeah, after about a year doing that, I was like, I think I can fight. I want to fight. Hold on, So I won't sit here and say it's a dream I've had since I was a little kid. But definitely, I mean, I've been doing it for a good almost a decade now. So,
do you have any other fighters in your family? Does anybody else do boxing? Abuelo, abuela.
They fight, but it ain't boxing. So we're Puerto Rican, So
yeah.
I think that's in Puerto Rican blood.
That's right.
So you kind of set the tone for your family name. You think you're the
when it comes to sports.
When it comes to that, yeah, cool.
For sure.
That has to be awesome.
Yeah, we have the doctors. We have the realtors, all that good stuff, and then
I have a boxer in there somewhere, right?
Yeah. So it's a Puerto Rican family. I think we have to have a boxer in there.
Definitely. And aside from boxing, what is your day to day?
So this is my wife, Brittany.
Very nice to meet you.
So that's a little bit of, as much as my day to days as I can have part of it. But no, man. So I'm also in law enforcement down here in Broward County. So pretty much just when I'm not working or whether I'm working or not, training twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
So the days that I work, just work out on shift, work out after shift, go home, repeat the next day. Definitely try to get as many sessions as I can over here in my gym, in my home gym. I love being here, but I also love being here when no one else is here. So
yeah, man.
Like, the stranger times
that's
I can
the best
come
time.
in is the best.
Yeah.
So quick
I like
question
it empty.
on that. How do you balance yourself? Like, or do you morph into like, okay, today's gonna be a kind of a, go to work and try to fit this in my schedule type of day, or how do you balance your work and then your passion, which is boxing? How do you balance that together?
I try to have a bunch of to-do lists.
Organized.
Because I there's no way to keep up. I'm only human, so there's a bunch to do every single day. So it's kind of like, all right, I got this list. What can I knock out today? What can I knock out tomorrow? What is like right now has to be done, So kind of just doing that and then taking it day by day, man. Like I plan out my weeks a week at a time.
Absolutely.
And just that's it.
So who does the scheduling?
Yeah, not me, because I have to, because it's training, it's work, it's this, it's that. So I mean, we have everything on the calendar. I have her tagged for absolutely everything, so she knows, what's going on. Her work schedule's on there, so at least we have an idea of what the other one's doing.
That's
and
awesome.
We meet at different times, stuff like that. But it's just you have to be organized.
That's awesome.
Can't really wake up and just wing a day. And I have those days I do, that we're like, okay, today, like, we're gonna get up whenever, and stuff like that. That has to be a priority for us every week as well. But for the most part, every day is pretty structured,
So, how long have you been doing boxing for?
Professionally, for about 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Where? And I guess I'm pretty sure someone's asked you this before, but where do you see yourself within the boxing realm in the next 5 years?
At 5 years, like I should be out in the next 5 years. We're gonna climb to the top. We're gonna take all the world titles. We're gonna be undisputed.
You heard it.
We want.
Yeah,
we know what we want. We know the path we're taking. Yeah, for sure. Every belt at 154 is mine, guaranteed. It's just a matter of time. So we're gonna do that. Play in different divisions, kind of see what's really out there, have some fun for the next few years, and then that's it, man. Like I absolutely love boxing, but I have my dreams and my goals inside of it, outside of it. And boxing requires just so much of you, So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it everything I got, and it's gonna have me for quite a few years. But then I need to take that time back, and then I gotta make sure that we devote more time to family and kind of like get back in the community.
Absolutely.
So we're active now in the community, and we do a lot in the community through myself, through our gym, through our team and stuff like that. So we're always doing events, and we're just really engaged in our community. But just being even more involved. So the more time I have on my hands, the more I can do, and the more involved I can be. So everything is just in phases. I enjoy the phase that we're at now, and we just keep climbing and going from there.
Question for you. In preparation, when she's about to get into a fight, do you feel like the person that her persona changes, like she goes into she snaps into like a mode, and you're like, because like I'm like, how do you like you're like lovey dovey and then you fight?
Yeah.
It's like
my name's
at what
Scorpion.
point? It's like, like, do you feel that switch as a partner? Do you feel that switch?
Yes, I've become more used to it now. But what happens is
don't switch on me.
No.
You better not switch on me.
a lot of the fighters, what happens is as you get close to your fight, you're gonna go into like your eating schedule is gonna you're gonna get cranky, you're gonna get moody, you're training twice as hard, like
right.
Things are becoming a little bit more intense. So you feel it before fight day, like it gets a little bit. Everybody's in like different moods, different energies. But I'm also her cut woman. So it changed a lot from me being like, oh my God, she's going on stage. Should I worry? What should I feel?
Right.
To now like, all right, I have to lock in too because something's going to happen with her.
So you got to have a switch too.
Yeah, she has a switch too.
And it also like, I think it was a kind of like adaptability of like, if I don't have a switch, I'm being left behind because it's like, it's such a fast pace and such a like, she has her schedule, but whatever she doesn't have the time for, I gotta make sure it gets done because it still needs to get done, So we've kind of worked on a system now where we kind of have a more like a better flow with it.
That's nice.
It does get a little bit more chaotic. Again, counting down to those like maybe the 2-3 days before a fight.
Yeah.
But again, that's where I'm trying to take more off of her so she can really lock in, and I'm trying to get in whatever she's like. I don't really have time for this. I'm like, all right, don't worry about it. Let's go. Let's get it in. So,
and that is partnership, y'all. That's how it's done.
Definitely.
Balance.
Definitely that balance. Definitely just the energy changes no matter what. Even if you're close or you're far away, like you feel it. The gym energy changes. The week leading up to it, everybody's like, fight week. Everybody's screaming. You walk in and it's chaos.
That should be intense. Yeah.
It is. But yeah, it's.
So it's safe to say that they are energy driven. Yeah. Definitely energy driven.
Right.
Like, don't bring that BS around me. Get the hell out.
Yeah,
or I'm going to flip the switch.
Yeah. I got no time for that.
Exactly. So that, that in itself, I think that's fantastic. A lot of people can't even do that.
Yeah.
Especially
especially people around you. A lot of people just don't know how to cooperate with your energy. I feel like that's like a big responsibility for a partner. It's like being able to be responsible about your partner's energy and conducting it in the right way.
Mold around.
For sure. Bro. Yeah, for sure. Add to it, don't take away from it. All that.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, I give her all the credit where it's due. Yeah, let's just put in the middle, right? But I give her. In the middle. All right, I give her all the credit where it's due because I know it's not easy. I fight it, I fight the mood swings and stuff like that. Usually, fight week, it's not. It's usually a pretty great week in general. It's just there's a lot to do, so there's just a lot of pressure of there's so much to do that's got to get done. But the training isn't as intense, everything kind of like calms down on that end. Right. So it's more fun. It's more like, okay, we got to get A, B, and C done, but it's all exciting stuff because it's all for the fight. It's all, oh, we got to go get another logo onto the uniform, onto the fit and stuff like that. So it's all good stuff. But if I feel myself kind of like, if I'm feeling some type of way, I acknowledge it, I'm not one to just act a certain way and then, like, you got to deal with it.
Yeah, right. You're not blind to it. You're not blind to it.
Yeah, just because I have those moments or I say something or when I'm moody, whatever, I don't expect you to just take it, bear with me, but I'm going to correct it. I'm going to apologize and I'll be like, my bad. Like,
accountability.
I'm trying.
Accountability,
yeah,
absolutely.
Bad, so.
Accountability.
That's awesome.
Do you do any meditation? Anything that prepares you, like what is it that prepares you for a fight, like the calm before the storm? Because I know it's like once you come in here, it might be likened to going to work. Like you got a kind of a mindset that you got to prepare for.
Yeah, it's the same way. I pray a lot. Like that's my awesome thing. That's what gets me through everything. Whether it's coming to the gym, when it's going to work. Like I always tell people. And I get emotional about this because the way I am with my God and the way my God takes care of me and the people around me.
Amen.
Let's go.
That's nothing how I play with. I don't play about that, So for me, anytime that I have the opportunity to talk about him, I'm like,
yeah,
tell me what to say because I need you to take over.
Speak through me.
Yeah. Like that. It's like I can go through a whole book of stuff that I go through, and I'm like, it's not that. It's little stuff like the fact that we make 5 years coming up, like that's huge. That bro, COVID almost took us out, man. Yeah. Like as much as it had its ups and downs and everything that we went through, every single month. And then I laughed because we were just talking about this the other day. I was like, bro, I spent a whole like 6-7 months where I was like, I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna make it. And like every month just breaking down and then being like, you know what? God told me it was going to work out, and he told me he's got it. He's just telling me, yo, give it to me. Like, give it to me. Put it back in my hands. And it's just like, it's that reminder, like, damn, I got to put it back in his hands.
Absolutely.
It's such it's what keeps me humble. It's what, no matter how many belts, no matter how much, it doesn't matter what comes in my way. To me, it's like, but it's all because of him.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely all because of him. So, for me, it's something that when I'm going to work, thank you for letting me do this job. Like, I'm a cop. It's a dangerous job, but I'm honored to do it for him. I serve for him. I don't need to work. I don't need to do that. He gave me this gym. This gym could sustain me, but I work because he told me to go be a cop. He told me to serve. So awesome. I'm coming in here every day like, listen, you put me in this line. So I trust you. I got your armor on me. And then every day I come into the gym, it's a blessing. Like, I look around, man, if y'all would see the pictures of when we opened this place, white walls, like, we have nothing in here.
You told me.
Because I used all the money I had to just get the place, and then I got no money left over. There was nothing. So it was like, bro, but he said, build it and they'll come. And little by little, now you look around, there ain't no room in here. Like, you cannot fit anything. We have every toy. Yeah, we still like it.
I seen that AC room.
But, nah, you look around, bro.
But there's enough room, yo. So y'all come on in.
That's right.
There's more people.
There's more room. Yeah, there's a lot of room. There's a lot of room.
But dude, we have every type of bag, every type of toy, everything for strength and conditioning. Absolutely. I mean, our equipment. All I can think of is this is a gym that I'm going to. What do I want to see in it?
Right.
As a client, what do I want to see in it?
Right.
So anytime there's anything new, I'm like, that would look good. Like that'll work out in our gym.
Yeah.
So we go ahead, we pull the trigger. So we keep adding to it, we keep building, we keep growing. So to come full circle, man, it's just my relationship with God. That's what gets me through every day, through every moment, through all the schedule and this and that. And I'm like, well, he's the one telling me to do it all. He's the one putting me through it, so he can see me through it.
That's right.
If he's gonna keep doing that.
Do you feel like tapping on the pause? Okay.
Let me change that one back.
I can't believe
like,
you destroyed the flow like that.
He's like, oh, by the way, we didn't record nothing.
That was good practice, y'all. Run it back.
Can we just say all that again? From the top, no? I mean, all right, guys, we'll try this for like 2 months. We'll try this again in 2 months. Fuck y'all.
I would just walk out. I'd be like, I'm sorry.
Bro, you know what?
Sorry.
We tried.
It's like, well, this was fun for you guys, too. It was nice.
Good practice. Good practice.
You sweat a little bit, you know.
How many batteries did you bring? 4. Good.
We have to cut off.
But he needs 5.
Just in case. Just in case.
It's 4K, so
okay.
it eats a lot.
My bad.
Yeah.
So,
ready?
It better be pristine, boy. He said 4K.
Awesome.
He said 4K.
All right, we're back in. So tapping on the God conversation. I'm very spiritual myself, and sometimes I feel like God puts us in situations where we eventually become the example for other people to kind of follow on, especially those the little the kids, because in all honesty, we maintain structure in order for them to keep on and for them to follow our footsteps, etc. Do you ever feel like, or have you ever had a moment where you've had like a younger person come up to you and say, yo, you know what, Elia, thanks a lot. I changed A, B, C, D, E, and it was because I follow your footsteps. I seen you do stuff like that. Have you ever had a moment like that within?
So I've had those moments with kids, with adults, with a lot of different people. I've lived a lot of lifetimes within my life. You know, I've done a lot of different careers, and I've been very blessed throughout that time. I traveled a lot. I met a lot of different people. I used to do business consulting. I used to open restaurants. Like,
what?
I got to travel a lot. Yeah, so
really?
during that time, as God molded me into the leader that he needed me to be, I got to experience a lot in that process, you know. So I got to, you know, learn what leadership meant, what setting the example meant, you know. And as I grew and became a better person and leader, that the rest just kind of follows, you know. So yeah, I've had moments where plenty of adults come back to me and they're like, yo, because of, you know, the way you were with me, because of things you taught me, because of the things that we did, you know, whether it was in the restaurant, whether it was whatever business it was, you know, it's like, now that set me up, that set up my tone for the rest of my career, or that got me certain positions or things like that, you know. And it's like, damn, that's everything, you know. And that's why with everything I do, even now, man, in law enforcement, wanting to go into the training division, which I know is where I'm going to go. I didn't know that was the plan for me in law enforcement. I didn't. I knew that God was telling me, this is what I want you to do now. And I was following that. When I got in and I understood that he needed me to go to training, I was like, también, again? Like, for everything, bro. You want me training everything?
You want me to play the trumpet, the snare?
Relax, dog. And I breathe, but I get it. I understand it. And I know why he's done what he's done with me, and why I'm at where I'm at, and why I experienced everything I experienced to then come back full circle now, and be doing this, having law enforcement. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, we're constantly doing events and things like that where we're involved in the community, and then I'm on the road 24/7, so I'm obviously involved in the community, and I'm huge on just anytime I'm driving around, I see kids and stuff like that, like I'm the first one to get out of my car, go talk to them, go spend some time with them, because it's like, you're already going to have to see us on the bad days. So if you can see me on a good day for no reason, and I'm the good guy that day, then maybe the day that, you know, you might see me as a bad guy, then we're not all the bad guys, you know. So absolutely. I'm huge on trying to make that impression for the younger
important
ones.
Super important. But not I would say that not everybody does that. But I'm glad to hear that, you know, that there are law enforcement, you know, officers out there that are actually, you know, that, you know what, it's not a bad day. and you step out and you do your part. You know,
Yeah,
Right.
of course.
you I guess that would be like engaging with the community, which is
Yeah.
very important,
Right.
especially because of how some people feel about law enforcement and the
Right.
bad, nah, you know, F12 or whatever the
Right.
case may be, you know. But it's good for you to say stuff like that, and you know, for you to do, you know, things like that, so that, you know, you never know who could be watching this,
Absolutely.
you know, and be like, you know what, if she's doing it, I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna come too. I'm gonna go ahead, you know. And
yeah, and we feed off each other's energy. You know, my guys take stuff from me. I take stuff from them. You know, we're all growing with each other. We're all learning together. So
Yeah.
it's like whatever energy you bring to the crew, like your crew's gonna pick up on that. So
Yep.
a lot of the good qualities from all of us, like that, transfers to the next guy. You know, so it's like especially when we're on our crews and we spend that time together, like you all end up with that same mentality of what do we do, what do we not do, what do we like to do together, what do we do separate, you know. So everybody has their thing and everybody knows like that's just my thing. Anything to do with, you know, having to take care of the kids, anything to, and if we're on a hot call, they know like, listen, as soon as we handle business, like if there's kids involved, I'm gonna make sure that they're good.
Yeah.
You know, if
Awesome.
we need to find the kids, they're gonna be by me in my car, like, you know.
Nah.
So
She's got like toys in the back of her trunk. Like when we go out, we buy toys specifically. Like, oh, if I run into the kids,
get out of here.
That's awesome.
So she keeps toys in the back of her cruiser just in case those kids are there, or they're maybe.
Elia loves the kids.
They take it quick. They take the toys quick, boy.
That's what's up, man. We have to water the seeds of the future. You know, we have to. You water them properly, and you take that accountability upon yourself. Then, of course, you're gonna see that fruit come from that tree. I always say, you're gonna plant the seed today, but it doesn't mean you're gonna see the fruits of that today. And that's kind of a testament of your journey, right? Yeah, it could be that long, but that's a testament also to your journey to where you are right now. As a seed been planted with intention, and then look what's come of it. You know, these are the fruits. You know,
and I feel like this is only the beginning. To be honest with
absolutely.
you,
You got a bunch of fruits over here. Look at all them fruits.
Fruits right here. Fruits. So,
juicy.
You should, from my experience going to some of your fights, it's something else. It's something to see, not even to watch. It's something to see, to be there. The energy. It's like within all the people in her team, the support. It's like.
You know, I'm in a lot of crowds, you know, for a lot of these fights, and I love it because I'm a boxing fan, so I travel for fights. I'll go wherever, we'll catch a flight, we'll go watch a fight. But when I tell you, like, I mean it when I say there's nothing like my crew. Like, the people that come out to watch my fights, like, it's a different type of energy and love, man. Like, whether it's 20 of them or 200.
It's electrifying.
Because we've had both.
It's like...
We've had both setups. Yeah. You know, there's been a last-minute fight where only, 50 people came out for me. And then there's been fights where we got 250 people, you know? So, it really, whatever is the case, it doesn't matter.
You accept that however it comes, and it's the same thing.
I tell you that they're lit is crazy.
You don't understand. You'll see in August when we go to the next one. But listen.
I love it, and I feed off of that. I'm not the one to shy in the back, to be hiding. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just about to say, like, there is, like, we were talking earlier about, like, if there any she is meditating or anything like that. It's not fully like that, but she likes to do what I call kissing the babies. So there's a moment before the fight where she has to go out and she literally greets everybody that comes to see her fight.
That's beautiful.
She,
like,
goes up to them. She has to say hi, just check on them, see if they're good. And there's a moment that we have to be like, no, it's time for you to go in the back because you need to be like.
And I usually know when that's at. I usually know when it's like I got a tank, right? So I know that I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna talk to people and I'm gonna say hi to people and I'm gonna get my hugs and I'm gonna say what's up and I'm gonna feed off everyone's energy.
That's
and then
fuel.
It's good, but then it's gonna hit a cap where it's like it might overflow and now I'm in a little bit of danger zone because that's not safe either. So I know when to be like, all right, I'm done. Let me go to the back. Let me put my headphones on. Let me kind of like come down a little bit.
You're pretty good at that.
Yeah.
You are really good at that.
Man. I think I got the rhythm of it by now.
She'll come, and then she'll flip the switch. Boom. All right.
Yeah.
Where did she go?
Yeah.
She disappeared.
I got a weird question for you. What type of animal is your boxing style?
Ooh.
What type of animal?
What type of animal is your boxing style?
That's a good one.
Man. I want to say Hold on. So I want to say an orangutan. Like,
Elaborate.
long arms.
Right.
Long arms.
Okay.
Just going from side to side. Could do whatever they want. Like just all over the place, you know.
I feel they do have long arms, and they're strong as shit too.
Yeah, exactly. Like
they're strong as
all
shit
those
too.
qualities, like
And they're intelligent as shit too.
Yeah, so when I'm in here, you know, I box, man. I'm smart. I always say, you know, look, I don't sit back and say that I know I'm fast. I know I'm smart. I know I'm A, B, C, all these things, but I don't claim to be the best at A, B, and C. No. What I know is I'm the smartest. That's what I know. I know that my IQ.
Yes.
That's what wins me fights.
Absolutely.
So between my IQ and my jab, I'm like, y'all not touching me, number one. Like,
she got a smart jab, y'all.
Yeah, like you're not gonna touch me.
AI jab.
She got an AI jab.
And then when I touch you, you're gonna feel that, and then I'm gonna keep having fun and keep moving around from there. So yeah.
Taser or pepper spray?
Neither, bro. First of all, tasers are faulty, and pepper spray, it affects you too.
Yeah, because the wind hits you back.
Yeah.
Now look at us, both blind and dumb. Dummies. No,
Stay down.
Now my backup comes and my backup got pepper spray all over them because I chose to spray it. Now we all looking like dummies. Nah, bro, not the one. Not the one. And don't call me if you deploy your pepper spray. Don't call me. It's not call me.
I gotta be like,
yeah, exactly. Which way's the wind going?
It's going that way. You stand over here.
No, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, put the cap in your face.
A lot of her coworkers and, you know, people that work with her just like call her to be the de-escalator. So she doesn't actually like is the one to be fighting, and, you know, thank God, because I'm at home worrying, but, you know, for the most part she knows how to speak enough to calm somebody down. And it's even
yeah,
like,
it's what I'm really proud of. Like I know I could fight. So what I'm doing coming out here trying to fight, like, first of all, like, I didn't sign up for bare knuckle. If I wanted to do that, I can go get a nice paycheck and I can go do bare knuckle. I know them people. So that's not what I signed up for. Like, for me, it's if I can handle the situation, whether you got to get arrested, whatever the situation is, if I can handle it without having to beat your ass, like, that's my job. That's my goal. Like, I'm not out here to come causing problems.
That's what's
if
up.
you call the cops, you calling us to de-escalate a situation. So unless you give me reasons to escalate, I'm gonna make you meet me down here. Like, I'm here, you're here. Come down here. Like, get me. And so far, bro, my ratio for taking care of these situations, I'm like at 100% rate. I don't need to fight people. I don't need to. You know, there's been situations where we have to get down and we have to come as a team and get things handled. But when it comes to actually having to piece somebody up, no, bro. Like, I'm really
here
good
to do
at
that.
my job. Yeah, I'm really good at my job. So at the end of the day, like, that's what I'm proud of. That's also why I know I got to go to training, because I don't just got to teach you to fight. I got to teach you how to talk to people.
Exactly.
I got to teach you how to deal with people, because that's a gift God gave me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know, my mom taught me real well, and she taught me manners, and she taught me respect, and she taught me a lot. But there's a lot that God gave me to give to other people that I'm like, oh, man, I get it now.
Yeah.
You know, I see it. I understand, you know. So it's like, that's the type of thing I like to spread, like just de-escalating, handling stuff. I'm not, like, my guys have seen me come close, but they know that I don't have to. And anytime that I had to go hands on, it was already because there was already a situation happening. So I just got to jump in.
I liken to subscribe to God, the acronym, to be a generator, an operator, and a destroyer, right? And in that sense, everybody is kind of has a God living within them, not the quantity of God, but the quality, like God quality. What is something for you that you feel? Because I feel like as if you're generating, operating, and destroying, that's the proper way to bring things about in your life. You have to get rid of some things. It's like the spring cleaning you got to do to bring forth something. What is something for you that you feel like that it was like, I need to, addition by subtraction? What is it you feel like? Was there anything
that you
in
had
your
to get
path
rid
that
of?
you feel like you had to move to be able to go forward?
I stopped drinking like 6 years ago.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. There's a lot to be said in that, because because you actually get more fruit when you destroy certain things in your life, and it doesn't always have to be a negative
and
thing.
that was completely, that was my again, that was another devotion to God. That was him being like, listen, this next stage of your life where I'm taking you to, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Like, you're sabotaging too much. Like, I'm here trying to give you everything, and you're out here being ruthless with it. So it's like, I knew I had to make that sacrifice for him, and it was like, obviously it's one of the best decisions I've ever made, because that changes everything. That changes training. That changes. It doesn't matter whether you're drinking once a month on occasion. It doesn't matter that you're still drinking. And as an athlete, again, I don't care what people do. I always say, like, when my sister drinks, she's the funniest person you'll ever meet in your life. She's already pretty damn funny. I agree. But as a drinker, she's amazing. Yeah. I'm like the opposite. And so acknowledging that I'm like, it's just not for me.
Yeah. Right.
I stay away from it. And it's good. It's avoided a lot of situations. And now that I realize, I'm like, man, I gave that up long before I was a cop, and now I see why. As a cop, the last thing I need to be doing is drinking. Exactly. The last thing I need to be doing is drowning my sorrows in that. I need to. This is where I rely on God the most, when we have those bad days where we deal with these calls where it's like, damn, this one hurt. This one hurt. Like this. That's crazy. Like I'm not okay right now, and it's like to have to reset and be like, it's so easy to cope in a negative way, and I get it. That's why I don't judge it, because I get it. Yeah. I get how easy it is, and that's why I'm so grateful. You've lived it. I'm like, bro, you took me out of that before I even got in. That's what's up. Because it would have been that easy to really go to that in this job, in this field, and what I do. So not having that temptation and knowing that that's not what I resort to. I know what I resort to, and I know how I deal with things, and I know how I cope. And thankfully, that's something that I was able to remove that really just changed a lot for me. So that would be the biggest thing for sure.
That's amazing. That's
beautiful. That's amazing. Beautiful.
The willpower is ridiculous around here.
Yeah,
The willpower is ridiculous.
Yeah, the will is the wheels. The will is the wheels, and truly we can generate so much in our experience by having the wheels to actually make something happen. How long have you been BSO?
About 3.5 years.
And you've been boxing professionally for 2.5?
2.5, yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that being BSO has, does it translate into what you do here? Like, is there anything that you bring from there, like you borrow a little, maybe something from here to go there?
I think all of it goes hand in hand. Yeah, man. Like, just the discipline to do anything, the consistency to do anything. Like, for that field, for this field,
iron sharpens iron. Yeah.
Yeah, to be good at anything, like you have to be consistent and have that discipline. So whether I want a good partner on the road, that requires a discipline of me showing up on time, getting to the call at a certain time. Knowing that they can depend on me. Like, all that takes practice, all that takes discipline, because you're not always going to want to. I don't want to show up to all these calls. If I don't get assigned a call, I don't have to go to that call. But if there's 3 of us, now my partners are safer. So
absolutely,
why not?
Let me get up and go.
That's the right thing
There's
to
no
do.
reason not to,
For sure,
So having that discipline of being a consistent partner, consistent, all that stuff, it goes hand in hand, So that's boxing, that's here, that's what do you always hear from absolutely anybody who has ever been successful at any sport or anything. They will always tell you, I'm not special. What I did was special. I put in the work. I put in that consistency. That is what people are not. They're not consistent.
I agree.
They don't see the fruits right away.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And they don't believe that the tree is going to grow.
Yeah, I tell you all the time, I'm like, bro, for anything, you know how much you need to be consistent before you see anything?
Water that shit,
You have to water it, bro, a lot. Like, put that faucet on and let it grow. Man. It's going to be a bad water bill, but you're going to get to where you want to get to.
Yeah.
But if you're not willing to water it, you're not willing to put in that work, you're not going to get anything.
It all boils down to how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
How bad do you want it? How bad do you feel like, how bad do you want it in the sense of now she already knows that God has to put her here for a purpose.
Absolutely.
Now she has to prove it to him.
Yeah, always.
Right? Are there any boxers, because I know you said you've been doing this professionally for 2.5 years. Were there any fighters that you maybe looked at in their style of fighting and said, because maybe it was a little bit of a blueprint you can build upon? Any fighters you looked up to coming in?
I mean, plenty, definitely. Like I'm a student of the game, so I watch plenty of boxing. I've been watching plenty of boxing.
Yeah.
I have my favorites. I have those people that growing up, even when I was watching boxing before I started boxing, you're always like, damn, man, that's a bad man, or that's a bad woman,
Yeah.
But one of my all-time favorites is Miguel Cotto. He definitely is one that, obviously, we got to talk about our Puerto Rican people. Yeah, he's somebody that I've always looked up to. Amanda Serrano's another one. She's somebody that always with her boxing and not just. I'm gonna say now that we're talking about will, determination and drive. That's what it is about Amanda. It's not necessarily just her boxing. It's just she's got this dog in her, and it's like her determination, her will. It's exactly why she has all the accolades she has. So I just respect her as a fighter, a businesswoman, a fellow Puerto Rican, there's so many layers to her. So I'm glad with that whole Jake Paul thing that went down. I said it the day that he signed her, man, because I had already heard about it being in the works before it happened. So when it finally got released, the day they partnered up, I was like, it's the smartest move he's ever made.
Yeah.
The smartest move he's ever made. Not only was it great for her, but it's been equally beneficial to him, But definitely they've done some great stuff together. So I'm excited to see what more comes out of that.
I think he's Puerto Rican too, right?
I
think he was born in the island, right?
So there's something I'm not even gonna speak on it because I don't know enough.
Yeah. Jake Palo?
Yeah.
Do you have a fight song?
A fight song?
Yeah, like I'm going in the ring. The song that you're listening to. And it's getting you in the zone.
No, it always changes.
It always changes. You don't have a favorite?
No, she doesn't.
Any classical?
Yeah, I just thought about that.
No, I mean, I have my favorites I listen to. Like this weekend, we're actually going to the concert for Zanzi. And he's a Christian rapper, and he just has amazing
goes
music.
off.
Yeah, and so like a lot of his albums, I listen to. Training, absolutely. I've had at least probably 3 of his walkout songs.
God first, hard work, hard work, God first.
He's gonna walk me out one day. Watch, I'm telling you, he's gonna walk me out one day.
Shit.
To one of my fights.
I love it. I love it.
Make it happen.
I love it.
So a lot
he
of
is
his
fire. He is fire. He's from Tampa, I think.
Yeah, he's from out here. Yeah.
Yeah. So, when's your next fight?
August 24th.
August 24th.
August 24th.
Are we ready?
Are we ready? We're a month out, but yes, we're ready. We've been ready since the last one.
Yeah.
We stay ready. We really do.
I love it.
Nothing changes.
Who are we fighting?
So her name is Chris Namus, I believe. I couldn't tell you where she's from. I don't remember. I don't hyper focus on opponents.
Yeah.
A lot of times it changes last minute. This one won't, but it has in the past. So for me, it's I don't really care what you're gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do, and I know who I'm sparring. I know what I'm doing. I'm not too worried about that. But I do know that she has fought some really, really good opponents. Some people that are world champions now. She's fought them in the last couple of fights as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that fight. It's supposed to be a big test. But I've heard that before, and somehow I'm still waiting on that test.
When are we going back to the Hard Rock?
I don't know, dude. We'll see. I know that there's some big stuff coming after this fight, so we just gotta take it fight by fight, man.
Okay, we'll
be excited.
I'm coming. I'm for sure gonna be there.
Yeah, it's not gonna be at the Miccosukee. This one's gonna be at a different spot.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be down in Miami, but it's a different spot.
Is it gonna be down far, down Homestead, or?
I think it's like 10 minutes from the Miccosukee.
Bueno.
It's still off Burr Road down there. But a different spot, so we're gonna it's gonna be a different setup, different local vendors, and just really do a bunch of special things for this one. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for this fight.
That's awesome.
So, new venue, new toys and gadgets and stuff we're gonna have out there.
Nice.
New experience.
Nice. Well, I think Brian wanted to ask you if you could spar with him real quick.
Yeah. Come right over. Let's go.
Yeah. Can we set that up right here? Right here, bro. Come on.
Bring the tire. You each put one foot in the tire.
Oh, man.
Okay. So, I mean, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you for the opportunity. I love you.
Man, I'm glad to be here. I'm excited. Look, this is a new endeavor for you, so
absolutely.
I'm excited to be rolling this out with you. I appreciate you for thinking about us. I tell you right now, and she can attest to this, if it was not you, I promise I would not be here on a Friday at this time. That is outrageous.
That's love.
Thank you,
I am
thank you,
tired,
thank you, thank you.
That's love.
You sound tired.
I stayed out here for y'all. You know, we
Thank
put
you.
on for y'all because I love you and I'm excited for you in this
Awesome.
next chapter. But yeah, August 24th. So we'll see all of
It's
y'all.
very
out
nice
there, man.
meeting you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you
And
so
the
much.
orangutang's coming for y'all.
We'll stick with the Soul Snatcher. Soul Snatcher.
So,
The Snow Snatcher and the orangutang's coming for y'all.
we're gonna come with orangutans in our shirts.
With boxing gloves on.
Oh,
I got
flexing on it.
the next fight shirt set up.
Oh my God.
I got this.
Hey, it was beautiful.
Awesome.
Your name again?
Brittany.
Brittany.
We still
Elia.
rolling?
Elia, it was good.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, and it was great to see everything come full circle. Pun intended.
Well, this is full circle conversation.
Yeah, this is a full circle conversation. Our first. This is our pilot, you could say. And
I hope they know how to edit.
And I'm really and I'm really glad it was here because honestly I feel the energy in this place. I feel all of the will that you put in it, everything that you've dedicated to it, and where better to start. You know,
everything here says
because
hard work.
this is honestly
Everything.
This is honestly like where this is the soil that will allow what we're doing to grow. You know, and we hope that maybe something that we ask you can open up some part of you that maybe you can take forward. But you know, it was great. It was a great conversation.
It was amazing.
Great conversation.
I did not expect it to go this well. Let me tell you.
It was really well.
He's like, woo! That went way better than I thought.
I'm here doing these.
We might have a future for this.
All right.
So we'll be back. Thank y'all for tuning in. Love.
Awesome. That's it. That's it, Brian.
I got it.
Let's get a picture together.
Yes.